Let's get started. Alors, bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue à notre appel hebdomadaire pour Team Lion. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes le jeudi 27 septembre et on a un invité parmi nous qui va assurément beaucoup nous inspirer aujourd'hui. Brad was on our diamond call a few months ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I remember how we were touched by his message and how everybody felt so good after the call. Like, the girls on the call, everybody on the team was like flipping. Like, seriously, Brad is a really good friend of Damien and I. It's something to know, to be able to be friends with someone and then share the same vision and passion for the same job. But it's another thing too, to be sitting down and be listening to your friend and be like, oh my gosh, this guy is like freaking amazing. I'm so inspired by him. So, I was like, even myself, like sitting on my chair for our diamond call, I was so thankful to have you, not only as a friend, but as a mentor and as someone that can inspire me and help me, find inner peace in a sense. And yeah, that's right. I really feel like you made me feel more peaceful that day. So I really thank you for that. And every time, you guys have to check out his Facebook page, like go look for him on Facebook. You do amazing Facebook lives. We can tell that you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, a lot of personal development, and there's no BS. It's just straightforward and universal truth that you're dropping on us with your amazing wisdom. So before we get started, so Brad is a 5-star diamond coach. He's a Success Club 10 legend, and he's been hitting Success Club in 51 consecutive months. So we always talk about Success Club and how it is the foundation, one of the biggest pillars of our business. And you can tell that Brad has mastered this art. So I'm going to leave you the floor, my friend. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm like ready to take notes and to be inspired. So I'm going to mute my mic and you can take it away.
Making me blush today. 100% love what you've talked about with just how this business introduces you to the most amazing people, and how like not only are you mentored by them, and then you like mentor them, and then you get mentored by them again. It's like a trade-off of positive growth, right? And like not only that, but we have the same vision for our lives and what we want to accomplish and achieve, and just so cool to be drawn to a business that has that. And thank you for what you said about me. That was very nice. But I think we should do first, my friends, is take a second and just appreciate the leader that you have. Can we just take a second and talk about that for a second? Like, this woman is one of the most inspiring people that I have ever met in my life. And I'm not saying that just to blow smoke up her ass. I'm not saying that to, just talk about your leader and, help you guys realize that she's pretty good at coaching. But seriously, she is one of the most genuine, real, kind-hearted, loving souls that I have ever met in my life. And it is a privilege and an honor to call you a friend, Emily. And I think that all of us on this call need to just take a second and appreciate the leader that we have. Yes, she has all these accolades and all these amazing things. But don't cry, nice. But seriously, every single day, she works her butt off to give to you. To help you, to share with you, to inspire you, to help you grow. And not everybody has that in their leader. Not everybody has an upline coach that pours their heart and soul into giving to their team so much. And I just think we need to take a second and share with Emily how much we appreciate her and the other leaders on your team. Just type in the chat box something you're grateful for something Emily's done or what she said or how she's left an impact on your life, because she's definitely left an impact on mine, and I just think we need to appreciate it. So just wanted to talk about that first before we move forward. And tonight, I'm going to talk to you guys about recruiting coaches. That's what we're going to talk to you about tonight, but it's not going to be in the normal sense of these are the strategies of recruiting coaches. We're not going to talk about, it's not going to be recruiting coaches in the way that you think. And the reason for that is because it's not so much about strategy, guys. Like strategy, I think, is like 10% of what we do. I can go into strategies at the end if you guys would like, but I think it's more than that. Because with coaching, inviting the coaching opportunity, we know how to do that, right? You ask the question, right? That's it. You ask them to join you. You Google it. You figure out a different way to do it. And like we just figured it out. When Emily and I started, we didn't have all these crazy trainings to go and learn how to invite coaches and these social media trainings. We just asked with our heart. That's all we could do. We just had passion and enthusiasm and drive and love for these products in this business. We just wanted to pay that forward to other people. It's that simple, right? Get people results and ask them if they'd like to do the same thing that you do. That's it. That's really what it boils down to, right? And I'm happy to share some things that work for me at the end if you'd like, Emily, but mostly your business bringing in other coaches doesn't have nearly as much to do with strategy as it has to do with how you think about bringing in coaches. It has to do with how you think about it. This call is about the fear of inviting coaches to the business opportunity, fear of judgment of what they might think, fear of rejection of getting the word no, fear of not knowing how to lead them when they actually get signed up, fear of success and fear of what happens if I do really well at this, fear of feeling bad if we earn a large income with this business because we don't want to be perceived as someone that is just in it for the money. Throw some hands up. I know there's a lot of people that are on like blank screens here, but for the 6 of you that aren't, throw some hands up if you have ever had one of those fears and that has prevented you from inviting people to the coaching opportunity. Marie even unmuted to raise your hand. I love it. I love it. So we all have, right? We're going to go through all of those in depth, but first let's get some perspective. I want you guys to type in the chat box why you're here. Like, what do you want out of this? Like, really think about the long-term vision you have for coaching and what it can do for your family's future. Write it in the chat box real quick. I don't know what that one means. What does that mean? Emily, can you translate?
It's because I just wrote it in French. I said, why are you here in French? Okay, someone said independence.
Independence. Okay, cool. All right. Freedom. Building a business to the size of allowing you to have freedom in your life. Independence. What else, guys? There's 16 people in here. 2 is not the only amount of people, or not the only amount of people that have answers. Why are you here? What do you want this to do for your life? We're going to get at least 5 before we're going to move on. Open my horizon. Brand new coach. I have everything to learn. I love it. Ah! Best opportunity for our family. Be around for your family. I love it. Emily, what does that mean?
Okay, so Marie-Pierre, she's saying that she feels useful and productive. Her work makes a difference in life of people. She's recognized from her friends and her peers. She's a leader. She is. Man, you type very fast, Marie-Pierre. I can't believe you wrote all that. She uses her creativity in her work. She feels like she can do anything for her kids. And when she thinks, oh, it says my internet is unstable. Please work.
Yeah, give me some.
Okay. We have a choice.
Now you're back.
Yeah. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. There's a lot of reasons why she's here, and those are all really, really good.
I love it. A lot of really good reasons. We'll go with that. So we want to help people be the most healthy they possibly can. We want to create freedom for our family, open horizons. Like, you want to help people like you. You want to create independence in your life. I love all of these reasons. Now, let me ask you guys a question. When it comes to your, like, just life in general, if you were to lace up your sneakers, you can go climb a hill in the backyard, right? You can go to the backyard and you can climb a hill if you just lace up your shoes and go outside and climb a hill. But if you want to climb Mount Everest, you need a freaking team of people. You need a team of people that's going to supply you the oxygen, the food, the tents at all the different camps, right? looking at the lines in on all the parts, like hard parts of the mountain. I don't know what goes into climbing, but you need more than just you. You cannot do it yourself. You need people if you're going to climb a mountain, right? So let's start with the obvious. Creating a business of freedom, creating a life of freedom. When you really think about that, are you able to do that on your own? Absolutely not. Can you make that big of an impact on your own? Absolutely not. You guys on this team, Team Lion, you guys are retail machines. Like you guys can sell some shit, right? You can help people with their fitness goals and get them on board and signed up with their programs. But if you've ever had a challenge with inviting the coaching opportunity, we need to realize that this is bigger than just ourselves. It's bigger than what we can do ourselves, right? Service to many leads to greatness. You can't do it all yourself. If you guys want to earn $1 million a year to make that type of an impact on your family, that is 20,000 all-access challenge packs in a year that you have to sell. That is 54 challenge packs per day that you have to sell. That's what you would have to do. If you want to do this on your own, you want to earn $1 million a year, go for it. 54 challenge packs a day, sign yourself up. You want to earn $100,000 a year? That's 2,000 all-access challenge packs in a year. That's 5 challenge packs a day. 5 challenge packs per day if you want to earn $100,000 in this business. $50,000 in this business per year. That's 1,000 all-access challenge packs. Well, I'm speaking in American dollars. But still, you get the point, right? That's 2.5 challenge packs a day. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a lot of time away from my family. That doesn't sound like freedom, right? That doesn't sound like something that can create a life of independence, right? So the reason I bring that up is because we can get really good at retail. And everything I'm going to talk about in this call is something that I've been challenged by myself. Okay? When I started out as a coach, I was in the 21-day fixed test group. And I remember hitting Success Club 96 one month. It was an amazing month. It was like a team cup month, basically. Went all out with it, absolutely crushed it. But I realized that big of a push every single day of my life would burn me out. Right? So if you're happy being just a retail machine, that's okay. Keep doing what you're doing. All I know is that if you don't build a team, you might be bringing in some income, but you'll never have freedom of choice. You'll never have freedom of time. You're always going to be trading your time for money. You'll be a Beachbody employee instead of a business owner. That's what you will be if you always just retail and you don't invite to the coaching opportunity. You need a team to make the sort of impact that you want to make in this business. You need would you agree that you need a team to build an income to the size of your dreams? Raise your hand if you agree with that. You need a team to do that, right? So we know that. We know we need a team to do these things, but we get afraid to invite to it, right? It's like we want to go that way, but we're holding ourselves over here, right? So logically, we know that we need to build a team, but we have fear, right? We have these fears that stop us. And let's approach each of those fears in this call. That's what I want to talk about right now. Let's dive into the fears that are stopping us from inviting the coaching opportunity. Let's first start at a 10,000 foot level, and let's think about where fear comes from, okay? Fear comes from, like, our brains. I talked about this, I think, on the last call I did for you guys. I'm not sure, but our brains are not wired to be happy. We are not wired to be happy people. We are wired to survive. That's what we're wired to do. We're wired to survive. And at any moment in time, your brain is looking for something to protect you from. You're always looking for what's wrong with a situation to protect yourself from something, right? That's how we're wired, okay? And so, like, when you go through life and you approach it that way, and you have to see where it comes from. 2,000, 3,000 years ago, you were cavemen, right? You were basically in a position where you were worried about, your biggest fears were the saber-toothed tiger that was going to come out of the woods and eat your child. Your biggest fear was how you were going to eat that day. Your biggest fear was how you were going to survive a freezing cold winter. That is what you were afraid of 2,000 years ago, right? And we equate the same fear now as a saber-toothed tiger eating our baby to inviting to the coaching opportunity. Think about that for a second. And like, think about where that comes from. Like, those fears aren't real anymore in our life, right? We don't have to worry about food, shelter, all that stuff. We don't have to worry about those dangers. But as we've evolved through life and those dangers are gone, we still are looking for things to protect ourselves from. So now we have the same fears with introducing the coaching opportunity or posting on Facebook in a vulnerable way, right? So ask yourself, are your fears really that terrifying, first of all? Think about what you're so afraid of with inviting the coaching opportunity, and ask yourself, are they really that scary? Like, if you don't know how to lead, did you die? Right? Like, if you get rejected, are you gonna die? Like, if you're really successful and make a ton of money and people don't like you for it, are you gonna die? So first of all, before we actually dive into each of those fears, let's realize something right now. You are gonna be fine. You're gonna be totally fine. And I have so much passion about this, and almost like a little sassiness about this, because it was something that I didn't do. I didn't invite to the coaching opportunity for those exact reasons. And I guarantee you that you raising a child or being a committed spouse, whatever it is harder than inviting to the coaching opportunity. So your fear is very real. I bet your current job right now is way harder than inviting the coaching opportunity. You're already doing harder things. So your fear is very real. It's just misplaced. So let's dive into each of those fears, okay? So first, fear of rejection. How many of you guys have ever felt fear of rejection? You don't want to get the word no. How many of you have let that inhibit you, be honest, from inviting the coaching opportunity? You don't invite those scary people, or you don't invite as much because of that. Raise your hand if that's true. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, so let me ask you this. If I was, or if you were a waiter or waitress, we got all women here? All women. Okay, if you were a waitress at a coffee shop, and I was sitting at a table, and I had just finished and let's not do a coffee shop. Let's do a really nice restaurant. And I'm sitting at a table after I finished my meal. And I got some noise there. There we go. Okay, cool. If I were sitting at a table after I finished my meal, and you're a waitress at a restaurant, going around with the world's best cup of coffee. Like, this cup of coffee can change your life, can impact your family's future, can make you guys feel amazing, allow you so much free time to do whatever you love with your life. Just this one little cup of coffee, right? And you're going around to each of these tables after dinner, and you're offering people coffee. And you were to come to my table, and you said, "Sir, would you like a cup of coffee? It's the world's best cup of coffee. It'll change your life." And I said, "No, I'm okay, thank you." Am I saying, "No, fuck you, I hate you"? Let's just be honest. Am I saying that? Can I swear on this call? Like, am I saying that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, no thanks. I'm not interested in the coffee. Not that I'm not interested in you as a person. So that rejection, we have that same fear. We're worried about what people are going to say to us. We're not worried about giving the coffee to everyone. So what I want you to think about it, as you go around and you invite, yes, 100% Emily, don't take anything personal, right? I want you to detach any sort of emotion to the outcome of a conversation with someone. We talk about this on our mindset call that I did with your leaders, I think, when we talked about attachment versus commitment. I want you to detach the outcome of what someone says to you asking them. Your job is not to convince someone to sign up. Your job is to give someone the opportunity to change their life. That's your job. And when you look at it that way, it is a whole different ballgame. Everything changes, right? So instead of it being, I'm afraid that they're going to say no, I don't want to reach out to them, I'm afraid of getting rejected if I invite them to the coaching opportunity, or think I'm trying to scam them, right? Instead of that, you're thinking about, how can I help this person today? How can I change their life today? What can I do to give to them today? It's a whole different world when you view it that way. Same thing with fear of judgment, right? Let's think about this. Would you agree that regardless of if you invite to the coaching opportunity or not, people are going to judge you? Anyone would agree with that? So we agree that you're being judged anyways. So would you rather be judged hiding in fear and living a lesser life than you really could? Or would you rather be judged attempting to make an impact in people's lives? Which way would you rather be judged? Ever thought about that? Right? You're being judged right now, right? I don't know by who, but someone in your life is judging you right now. So would you rather be judged making an impact in people's lives, or doing nothing about your future? Which would you rather face? Think about that. That wipes fear of judgment out right away, right? Because we'd rather be judged making an impact in people's lives. Let's talk about fear of not knowing how to lead. I actually have an honest question for you guys. Let's be totally real. How many of you guys are afraid as you won't be able to lead as well as the leadership award winner for Beachbody? I never thought that way. I won't be able to lead as well as Emily. Let's be totally real, right? Some of us have probably felt that way, right? I know it's big shoes to fill. We want to do just as well. We want to make our coach proud, right? And we're thinking, if I can't lead as well as her, how can my team grow? Guess what? Emily has been a new coach before. She has been a brand new coach before. She had no idea what she was doing when she first started off leading, right? And I'm sure there are times where Emily still has no idea what she's doing, but she does it anyways, right? So it's not about comparing to her. Guys, comparison is the thief of joy. If you're focusing on not leading as well as someone else, all that's doing is the exact same thing as going 80 miles an hour down an expressway, but staring out your window the entire time, staring at the car that's driving next to you. You're focused on the other person. You're not focused on where you're going. You're focused on the other person, the way they lead. You're not focusing on what you can give to your team. And when you're going 80, 100 miles an hour down an expressway, or whatever, kilometers per hour, down an expressway towards your vision or your goals, but you're staring out the side window the entire time at another car that's even on another road, guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to crash and you're going to burn because you're comparing to other leaders. You're not focusing on where you want to go, right? Leadership is not about being a boss. It's not about doing something as well or equal to another leader, right? We grew up in a society where there's a method and a set way of doing things. That's the employee mindset, right? You get compensated based on a certain number of tasks done the right way. And most bosses out there, their job is to make sure you do a task the right way. Our mistake that we make, and a mistake that I made, was I equated the same thing to coaching leadership. I used to think that my job was to make sure my team did things the right way. I used to manage my team instead of lead my team. We are not bosses. We are mentors. That is a completely different world. Guys, write this down. We are not responsible for making our coaches successful. We are responsible for giving them the opportunity to become successful and supporting them along the way. It's a totally different way to look at it. If you go into it with, if I don't make these people successful, I can't be a great leader. Guys, you're never going to want to recruit to coaching. You're never going to want to even set foot at it because you're so afraid of not doing it the right way, right? But if you focus on it from a perspective of, I'm going to share my experience and just help the best that I can and lead by example and walk the walk, then you can lead. Because it's not about you doing things perfect. It's about you just trying, right? A mentor doesn't have all the answers. That's one thing I want you guys to know. To lead, right? We avoid inviting the coaching opportunity because we don't know how we're going to train them. We don't know how we're going to help them get to Emerald to Diamond. That's why we avoid inviting to the coaching opportunity. A mentor doesn't have all the answers for that. A mentor has all the questions, right? A good mentor asks them questions that helps them find the answer, right? We use our personal experience to guide them. You might be a coach for one day and you can be a leader. You could sign up today and you can be a leader, right? Maybe all your experience is that you got added to the Team Lion team page and you love the excitement and the energy and the resources in there. You can still be a leader with that. You can still help a new coach with that. Think about it like this. Which way do you feel more supported and more part of something real by? Option A, okay, you need to do this, and this perfectly or you won't be successful. Or option B, I don't know, but I'm going to add you to this page and there's so many amazing resources. Let's do this together as a team. Which way would you feel more part of something real and supported by? So if your fear is not being able to lead the perfect way, guess what? Leadership's never perfect. I have no freaking clue what I'm doing 99% of the time. But I'm just trying to help. I bet Emily is in the exact same spot, right? She's got 18 billion business centers, 14-star diamond coach, 4-time team cup champion, 3-time elite, whatever it is. I bet, and Emily, if I'm wrong, you can slap me. I bet Emily doesn't know what she's doing 99% of the time. She's just figuring it out as she goes. She's trying to learn and grow and taking people on the journey with her. instead of knowing everything before she invites to coaching. That's what I want you guys to apply this. Use your personal experience to guide them and to do this with them and to ask them great questions that will help them step out of their comfort zone. But don't be the person that has all the answers. I did that for 3 years, and all it did was cause frustration on my team, and it didn't grow. Leadership is about guidance, using your personal experience, walking the walk, leading by example, and asking empowering questions. Okay? You don't have to know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, good. That makes you normal, right? That makes you a normal coach if you don't know what you're doing. You'll never learn how to lead until you try to lead. Does that make sense? We sometimes wait for the answers before we even start. But guys, you're not going to learn the answers until you do. So let's talk about, and here's kind of one that I've heard of a lot lately throughout the network. How many of you guys have a fear of making money or having success with this? Right? Like, you don't want to be perceived as bad. You don't want to be perceived as someone that has had a lot of success and greedy, or someone that takes from others, or someone that, because you have all this success, now you're better than someone else, right? How many of you guys have ever faced that? You have a fear of actually having success with this instead of fear of failing. A lot of us, right? I've had that same fear too. So let me ask you a question. What has this business done for you? Write that in the chat box right now, actually. Let's actually do this as an exercise. Write this in the chat box. What has this business done for you so far? Even if you're a coach for one day, what has this business done for you? Making money on the back of others. Okay, awesome. We can talk about that. But write down, what has this business done for you? It gave me purpose. I love that. What else? How has it helped? How has it helped financially? How has it helped with your confidence? Personally, how has it helped with your fitness? The push to try, I love it. How has it changed your physical life? How has it changed your confidence? Part of a tribe, you're part of something bigger. I love it. What else? Stronger in and out, I love that. Keep going. How else has this business served you and helped you? Completely changed my life. I'm a better mom, a better wife, more confidence, better shape of best shape of my life. Awesome. Purpose, fitness increased by 100%. Guys, let me ask you a question. Who wouldn't want that? You ever thought about that for a second? Actually, let's take it a step further. How has this business benefited you financially? What bills have you been able to take care of that you might not have otherwise been able to take care of? Let's actually get real with that. Money is something that we should actually talk about here. What has this business done for you financially? Has it allowed you to put gas in the tank? Pay for a couple bills? Has it allowed you, maybe you're a new coach and maybe you're just excited about what it can do, right? What has this done for you financially? Let's get a couple answers in there. We're going to wait, don't worry. 35% cash down our house, amazing. What else, guys? What else has this done financially for you? Even if it's something, nothing yet, hey, that's okay, right? That's okay. Can travel, paid some bills, amazing. Let's get one more. What else has this done? Even if it's something like new house, new car, amazing. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Raise your hand if this business has taken some sort of a financial burden off your back in any way, shape, or form. Anyone? Has this business taken any sort of a financial burden off your back in any way? Anyone excited about how it will take a financial burden off their back in some way? A lot more hands. Okay, so let me ask you this. When it comes to inviting people to this, who could benefit from being able to travel more? Who could benefit from paying some bills? Who could benefit from a new house or a new car? Who could benefit from increasing their fitness? Who could benefit from being a better wife or a better mom? Who could benefit from being stronger inside and out? Who wants to feel part of something bigger than themselves? Who wants to feel purpose? Who wants to feel confidence in themselves? Right? Everybody. Ask yourself what percentage of your country is challenged financially right now? Think about that for a second. Can this business serve them? The answer is yes. So every time you don't invite to this business, you are keeping somebody else's freedom trapped in your mouth. Every single time you don't invite to this business, it's the same thing as not giving them those gifts? Are you grateful you're a coach? Ask yourself that question. Are you grateful that you became a Beachbody coach? Are you excited about it? Has it changed your life in some way? Obviously, from the thread it has, right? Is anybody here pissed off that they became a coach? Is anybody here pissed off that they were asked to be a coach? Raise your hand if this was the worst experience of your life that someone asked you to be a coach. Raise your hand. Anybody? No? So let me get this. This has changed your life physically. It's changed your life emotionally from being part of this business. It's changed your life financially being part of this business. You're excited about how it can change your life financially from being part of this business. But we don't want to give that to others? That's selfish, dude. That's selfish, right? Sounds pretty selfish to me, right? Let me ask you this. If someone can't fill their gas tank, can this business help them? But it's bad for them to make money? Doesn't make sense, does it? If someone wants to send their kids to college, but can't pay for a college fund right now, can't invest in a college fund right now, can this business help them? Interesting. But it's a bad thing to present the business to someone? That doesn't make any sense. Have you guys noticed a common theme here? Like fear of people rejecting it. And I'm kind of I went through all these fears to get around to one main point. Think about the fear of people rejecting you. Think about the fear of people judging you. Think about the fear of being perceived as a bad leader or not as good as another leader, or a fear of not being good enough to help them see results, or a fear of making a lot of money off of someone else and being perceived as someone that just used them, being a scummy salesperson. Think about having success and being perceived as greedy for it. Have you noticed a common theme with all of those fears? Anyone? Boom. She nailed it. If those are your fears, you are focused on yourself. You are being selfish. You're not focused on helping others. You have taken the focus. If you're afraid of inviting this business opportunity, knowing that it's this amazing and it can change people's lives this much, and you're afraid of doing it and you refuse to do it, you've taken the focus completely off of helping and serving others, and you've put it right back into your ego. That's what you did. You're caring more about your ego by not inviting to the coaching opportunity than you are about helping others succeed. So you guys want to know an instant solve for all this? An instant solve to help people and invite them to the coaching opportunity. Start caring about giving to other people more than you care about protecting your ego. That's your solve. Start caring more about giving to other people than you care about protecting your ego. This business is about giving. You posted all of those things in the chat box. This has helped you fulfill your purpose, increase your fitness, helped you buy a new house, new car. You can travel, you paid some bills, completely changed your life. You're a better mom. You have more self-confidence. You're best shape of your life. It made you stronger in and out. It gave you the push to try it, built self-confidence. It gave you purpose. And we know that people want that. So if you have a mindset of caring, loving, and giving, and that's your mindset, isn't it so much easier to ask someone to join this instead of when you're focused on yourself? Let's do an exercise. Close your eyes. Close your eyes real quick. Everyone close your eyes. And I want you to think about asking someone to be part of the coaching opportunity so you can make $50, so you can become an Emerald coach. Just actually do this. Think about it. All right, I'm going to invite this person to the coaching opportunity so I can make $50 so I can become an Emerald coach. So, I can build my business so Emily can be proud of me so I can be a good coach. How does it feel? Keep your eyes closed. How does it feel? It feels disgusting. You feel like you walked into a used car lot and that scummy salesperson is walking up to you with slick back hair and is trying to convince you of the car to buy with all these gadgets and features. That is because you are focused on you, not focused on service others. Now keep your eyes closed. Now I want you to think about how this business has impacted your life. Focus on what it's done for your family, your fitness, your finances. Just think about it for a second, or what you're excited about it doing for your fitness and your finances and your family. Just keep your eyes closed and just think about how grateful you are that that happened. Think about all the people that could benefit from this and how it could change their life and what it could do for them if they earned $50, if they went Emerald, if they were able to retire from their job, if they were able to get in the best shape of their life. Just think about how cool it would feel to help serve someone else to do that. How easy is it to invite? It's pretty friggin' easy. Guys, care, love, and give. You can open your eyes. Care, love, and give. When you do that, the fear of inviting to coaching goes away because you are in a state of contribution instead of a state of significance. When you are trying to be significant, be the leader, not be judged, not be the scummy salesperson, when you're in that state of mind, focus on yourself. You're focused on your significance. But when you're in the state of giving all these gifts in the chat box to others, you're in the state of contribution and loving and giving to them. So let's talk through one exercise real quick that you can do that can really help with this. The action is inviting to the coaching opportunity. Emily, how many people should they be inviting the coaching opportunity every single day in your opinion? Hold up a number. She's typing.
How many every single day?
Yeah, or how many people a week do you think people should be inviting to the coaching opportunity and the way that you lead your team?
Oh, wow, that's a good way because there's so many numbers that come to my head and I'm like, I don't know which one is the right one.
So for a new coach, what would a new coach do that you would help them see to become successful?
Well, I would say I would go along with what the business activity tracker tends to say. I would say at least present it to 3 people a week. That would be minimum. That would be minimum. But in reality, it should be done every single day. It's much easier. At least one person.
Let's go with 3. So, all right, I got an idea. So Emily's frozen right now. The idea of, oh, there you are. You're back.
Okay. So sorry about that. Gosh.
No, that's all right. So what did you say? You said 3 per day or 3 per week or what?
Well, I would like to say 3 a day, but
okay.
Realistically, I think 3 per week is bare minimum. You're having a legit conversation offering it, not just posting on social media and you got 3 likes, I
love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it. And because we're all leaders here and because we all push ourselves out of our comfort zone, let's make that 1 per day, right? 1 per day. So a total of 7 per week, right? Because we're leaders, we're not minimum people. We're not going to give our families or our futures the minimum. You wouldn't be on this team call if you were a minimum coach. So you're not going to do the minimum. You're going to go above and beyond. So let's say that our action is inviting 1 person to the coaching opportunity every single day. I want you to take out a piece of paper or write this question down. What is my action step? That's question 1. Guys, as human beings, everything we do is driven by our need to either avoid pain or gain pleasure, right? Everything we do. And at any moment in time, like I said, we're looking for something to protect ourselves from. We're looking for something to protect ourselves from, right? So when it comes to taking action, we're always going to choose the lesser of the 2 pains. But we can use our mind to use this to make this work for us. So there's a 5-step process that I've used to completely beat procrastination and to do the scary things in my life when I don't feel like doing them. Because what I'm asking you to do is uncomfortable. To invite at least 1 person to the coaching opportunity every single day is uncomfortable, especially if you're a new coach. Okay, so we have a 5-step process. Question 1 is, what is the action step that I need to take that I've been avoiding? Write this down. What's the action step that I've been avoiding that I need to take? Okay, that's question number 1. And for this example, it's invite 1 person to the coaching opportunity every single day. Question 2, what is the current pain that you associate with taking action on it? So write down any pain that comes along with it. Fear of being judged, fear of not knowing enough people. Am I going to be able to lead them, right? Not being good enough, not being able to spend as much time with my wife or kids or my husband or kids, you guys, I'm assuming. Yeah. Any other pain points? Write them down in that second step. And we won't do it because of time, but that's your homework coming out of this. Write down any pain points that come to mind when it comes to inviting the coaching opportunity. Question number 3. What's the current pleasure that I associate with not following through? Meaning, what are you getting by avoiding it? Because you're getting something. You're either playing into your story that you can't be successful at this, you get more time watching TV, you get to stay in your comfort zone, whatever it is, write down whatever pleasure you're getting from not following through. And P.S., this can be used for anything in your life that you're avoiding, even a tough conversation with a friend. What pleasure are you getting what pleasure are you associating from not following through? Question 4. What emotional pain do I feel 1 year from now by not taking action? What emotional pain do I feel 1 year from now by not taking action? Never be able to retire your family or your husband from their job? Staying in the same place, physically if you want to live there? Not building up self-confidence, not being a leader, never being able to live the life of your dreams, not being able to travel the world, not living out your purpose. Kind of sucks, right? Think about the pain associated with not taking action. Then last question, number 5. What is the long-term emotional pleasure that I gain from taking action every single day starting right now? What is the long-term emotional pleasure that I gain from taking action every single day starting right now? Life of total freedom, living your purpose, giving a future to your kids that you never got to have growing up, retiring your spouse, retiring from your job, paying $35,000 on a down payment for a new house. What is it for you? What are you going to gain from taking action every single day starting right now? And when you do this exercise and really do it, write it out. Don't do this in your head. Actually write it out. When you do it and you compare those, questions 2 and 3 versus 4 and 5, and you have them right next to each other. Questions 2 and 3 are trivial things. Fear of being judged, right? Gaining more TV time, more time to spend, watching Game of Thrones or whatever your show is that you like to watch, right? That's what you're going to see in your little list there of pain that you're avoiding, not taking action, and pleasure you're gaining from, avoiding it. But if you think about the long-term impact of what this can do, what's really more painful? Being judged from someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, or staying in the exact same spot in life? What's really more painful? What's really more pleasurable? A little bit of extra TV time, staying in your comfort zone, or living a life of complete abundance and freedom? What's really more amazing? Think about that for a second. Most people totally screw this up. They go for short-term pleasure for long-term pain. They choose to have the easy route right away, right? They take the path of least resistance, right? Where everyone else is going. They choose the easy route. They choose short-term pleasure, the easy choices, the fast food, right? Or avoiding inviting coaching opportunity. They choose the short-term pleasure for long-term pain of staying in the exact same spot in their life. But some people, they did the opposite. That's what Emily did. She flipped it. She chose short-term pain. Short-term pain of maybe being judged, maybe throwing yourself out there on a limb and trying something totally new, for long-term pleasure of living a life of total abundance and freedom. So you can choose short-term pleasure for long-term pain of staying in the same spot, or you can choose short-term pain for long-term pleasure and living a life like no one else can. Live a life like no one else can, no one else will, so you can live a life like no one else can. Think about that for a second. So with all this, guys, let's kind of close up here. I want you to put service to others first. When you're focusing on you, you're being selfish, right? You're focusing on yourself. You're not truly coming from a place of contribution. You're focused on your ego and protecting yourself. When you're focused on you making $1 million, you're focused on being selfish and you're focusing on yourself, right? Same thing with the Success Club. When you're thinking of making sure to find 3 people to get Success Club, you're focused on you, right? Same thing with Diamond. Same thing with Two-Star. What if you start focusing on helping 3 people achieve their fitness goals? What if you start by focusing on helping 12 people achieve their financial dreams? What if you start by focusing on helping 2 people advance their business? What if you start focusing on helping being able to allow someone to put gas in their tank or to get their kids new clothes for school? What if you focus on helping and serving? Service to many leads to greatness. Not service to yourself leads to greatness. Service to many leads to greatness. If you guys help enough people get what they want, you get to have everything you want. You wrote down an amazing laundry list of things that you agreed with me most people want. Most people want purpose. Most people want financial freedom. Most people want to be able to travel, pay their bills, be able to buy a new house, new car, increase their fitness. Most people want that. Help enough people get what they want, aka those things, and everything you want will just take care of itself. When you put service first, it just happens. When you're focused on your ego and rejection and what happens, what if, then you're not focused on others. If you help people fill the gas tank, is it a bad thing? No. If you help people pay for their kids' college education, is it a bad thing? If you help people take bills off their back, is it a bad thing? If you help people get in the best shape of their life, is it a bad thing? No. If you earning $1 million helps you inspire other people to do the same thing and it changes thousands of people's lives, was it really a bad thing? No, it was never a bad thing. If you making money helps contribute to the charity of your choice, was it a bad thing? No. So go serve and go help and go love and go contribute. The biggest secret that I have for you guys is give what you want to feel and you will feel what you gave. You want to feel love, you want to feel contribution, you want to feel amazing, you want to feel rapport with people, give it. Give the feelings that you want to receive in return, right? Think about it with your inviting the coaching opportunity, right? If you're focusing on just getting them to sign up, hey, I'm starting a challenge group, want to join? It's awesome, I got accountability and it's really cool. Hey, I'm starting a new coach training academy, want to join? It's really cool to help me build my business. Feel pretty crappy, right? But if you try to contribute and give, hey, Emily, I was thinking about you today. I know that you mentioned in our last conversation that, things have been a little bit tight with your kids going to school. I was just thinking about you. I just joined this business and I think it can really help. Right? I think it can really serve your family and give it to you guys. I'm not sure if it's for you, but maybe it's worth checking out. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? Give what you want to feel and you feel what you gave. Do you think Emily would feel bad or angry or pissed off if I sent that message to her? No. But if I said, hey, I'm starting a new coach training academy, thought you love this, don't you just feel like you're using them as a pawn? They're part of your scheme. Give what you want to feel and you will feel what you gave, guys. Promise you that's how this works. So, gift, yes. And I want you, oh, can you guys hear me? It says my internet's unstable. You guys can hear me? Okay. Close your eyes. And I want you to just think of this business and why you are so grateful that you're part of it. Just think about the most exciting memory you have from being part of this business. Maybe you're brand new, and maybe the most exciting part was signing up. That's amazing. What is your memory? Was it when you walked across stage? Was it when you were surprised with the leadership award at Summit? Was it when you helped your first 3 people? What was the most amazing memory? With your eyes closed, I'm looking at you guys, keep your eyes closed. Don't bullshit me here. And I want you to go there and just feel so grateful for that moment and how fulfilled you feel for being part of this business, for being part of something so much bigger than yourself. And I want you to think about, with your eyes closed, think of the service you can bring to the world. Think about the impact you can make. Think about what it feels like to build your team. Think about what it feels like to help them achieve all of their dreams, all their fitness goals, all their financial goals. Think about what it feels like to give them the freedom to travel the world like they never got to before. Think about giving them the freedom to give their kids a childhood that they never got to have. Think about how this can impact your children's future and impacting them and giving this opportunity to other people. I want you to feel it and just appreciate it and think about what that's going to feel like right now. Think about it. Like actually think about it and feel it right now. Breathe the same way that you would if you achieved those things. Put a smile on your face when you're doing it and just picture it. Feel it, imagine it, and be in that moment right now when you achieve those things. Make that moment real. Make believe that moment right now when you feel you've made such a big impact and you have left a legacy. You can create a tribe of people who can afford to pay their bills, put gas in their tank, retire their spouses, be the healthiest they've ever been in their lives. Imagine the lives changed. Imagine the lives saved. And just feel so grateful that you gave that feeling to them. Picture the smile on their face that you brought them life. Feel it and internalize it. Open your eyes. How easy is it to invite to the coaching opportunity? You just proved to yourself that it's not hard at all, and it's actually amazingly fulfilling. So go live it and help some people. Emily, I'll turn it back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm going to change the chat because, okay, let me see. All right. I got like 4 pages of notes, I think. Thank you so much. Everything you said made so much sense. I'm like soaking it all in. If one thing I learned from my journey as a coach, and that's a phrase from one of my best mentors, Jim Rohn, is that wherever you are, be there. And I feel sometimes as leaders, we feel like we need to be sharing all the time. Like if you go to an event or if I'm here, I need to be sharing like with my team, like what I learned. And for me, what has been the most, I feel, best investment for myself and the team is to really take it all in. Be selfish for a moment. But because I lead with my energy, right? So for me, like I take this really personal. You come to the call and you share with us, with me. Like I don't know how you guys feel, but when I go to team calls, it's like a gift for me, like to be able to listen to someone. And it's just, I guess it's my love for personal development. But it goes in line with what you said. Strategy is 10% of what we do. The rest for me is leading with your heart, with your energy, what you bring. I really believe in that. I don't know if you guys had a few questions. I know you talked about maybe sharing a few strategies, but I want to open it up to si vous avez des questions que vous voudriez poser à Brad. If not, I might have one. Like quickly, if you would, because you touched on, you mentioned it a bit, but what's the difference for you, like in a few words, between managing and leading?
Oh.
I've been putting you on a spot.
A few words. Okay. Management is focused on doing the systems and processes the right way, making sure that everyone shows up, making sure that everyone did all of their invites, all their follow-ups, just checking in and ensuring that they did the activities. Leadership is being a living example, inspiring, sharing your vision, and using that vision to share with your team. I think it's totally different. I think management, I was in management mode for 3 years. And we get so attached to what people do then. Like if Jennifer doesn't show up to the team call and I'm in management, I'm gonna get all pissed off, right? But if I'm leading, then I know to share the team call with the intention of inspiring her, knowing that I can't make her show up. I'm just leading by my own example of showing up myself. Biggest thing with leadership is do it yourself. Whatever you want your team to do, you do.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, I don't see any questions here. A lot of thank yous. Jim is amazing. That's you. Yeah. This will act as my meditation today. Thanks for the inspiration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much thank yous. We're so grateful to have you, and like service to many leads to greatness, right? So thank you for serving us today. You did an amazing job. I knew we would all be super inspired by you. So thanks for your time, my friend. And we will see each other soon. Right?
Yes, we will. I will see you in November. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Emily. I'm so excited to share
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night, and see you soon, my friend. Take care. Bye.